Have you ever heard of somebody who abducts little boys?
Room below's got some horrible smells.
We don't want to go in there. What are you doing?
Complimentary room service. Here is that.
Hello and welcome to another Dollar Store Drive-In. I'm your host, Laura.
I'm Joel.
And we're the Newly Deads. If this is your first time watching, welcome to the show. This is a half-hour chat show where we talk about a movie that we've watched. If this is not your first time, welcome back. We highly appreciate you guys tuning in each week. Again, if this is your first time, you can also find information about us. We are creators and artists, and so you can go to our website, which is thenewlydeads.com, for all of your Newly Deads needs. On that site, you'll find information about places that we might be showing our art. We are doing the Witches Market again this year, which is we're located in Northern Illinois, so this actually happens in Belvidere, Illinois. It is the first weekend in October. I know it's a ways away and nobody's thinking about October right now, but we're always thinking about October. It's always on our brain because we are Halloween people and we love all of the spooky things. But the Witches Market is put on by Wolf Hollow Events, and it's a fun, huge event that happens at the Boone County Fairgrounds in Belvidere, Illinois. And you can find 150 plus vendors at that event, and you'll find us there. So go to our website, find information about that. We also do different kinds of videos. So we do snack videos. Mr. Newly Dead also does unboxing videos every single week. And he also uploads some of our older Dollar Store Drive-In videos on Fridays, which is called Dollar Store Drive-In Classics. Yeah. But that's enough about us, enough housekeeping notes and stuff like that. We did watch a movie this week, and we got it off of this giant 20 horror film, huge box set kind of thing. I believe we got this at Toad Hall is what I think where we got it at. Sometimes we remember where we got things and sometimes we don't, but this seems like one of the ones that we got when we had our Toad Hall. Different spellings, obviously.
Right.
Toad Hall. And Toad Hall, you can find that in the Rockford area. It is located on Broadway, and Mr. Newly Dead will pop up the full address there. But Toad Hall is a really cool store. It has records and books and all sorts of fun things. And it is, again, located here in Rockford. And we highly recommend you check them out because they've been around for 50 plus years, and hopefully they'll just keep on keeping on. But we watched a 20 horror film set here. We only watched one of the movies on there. This does not have a synopsis on it.
At all?
No.
Zilch.
Yeah. From what I remember. Yeah. Yep. It's just Adrift. We watched the movie Adrift. It's from 1993. He'll go through those kind of notes and things like that. And who's in it. But yeah, there's no synopsis. What do you want to do for that, sir?
I mean, it's up to you. You can either make one up or we can just show them the trailer and just let them find out.
Yeah. Usually we like to, I like to read the synopsis, and then Mr. Newly Dead likes to act out the fun stuff. I guess I can, try to make up a synopsis for it. Adrift is about two sailing people on the open waters, and they come across a ship in the middle of the ocean. They are a little worried about what's going on with the ship, so they board it, and they find two people who are on the ship, and they need a lot of help. So they help them out, move them to their boat, and then lots of things happen. That's it. That's a very short synopsis, but
I mean, it's accurate.
It's pretty accurate. All right. So yeah, we're going to watch the trailer. But I should say we've got some criteria for the movie. Totally skipped by that. So the criteria that we have for each movie that we watch, including Adrift, is that it needs to be a horror, thriller, or sci-fi genre movie. It needs to be under $5, and it needs to be a movie that neither of us have ever seen before. This definitely hits all those marks. Horror, I would say, is a little...
I think more of a thriller.
It is more of a thriller. But it's on the horror films box set. So
For some reason.
yeah. But yeah, so that's the criteria for the show. And then I think what we're going to do is we're going to watch the trailer. Every single week that Mr. Newly Dead does some editing, he does a fun little lead in to the trailer. So I'm just going to make it a boat. You got to make it a sailboat. I mean, it was all on the ocean. I don't even think there was any
no land,
non-ocean type scenes or anything like that. So
just the boats.
Well, I guess the very, 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 very beginning, like there was a short scene where they were like at a party. Remember that part?
Is that even on a boat though?
It was like on a dock, maybe. It was like right before they were about to leave.
Boat adjacent.
Boat adjacent it was. So, all right. Well, I'm going to pause it so you guys can watch the trailer. Mr. Newly Dead will do some fun editing, I'm sure, with that trailer, and we will be back to discuss this film. We'll be right back.
A toast to our intrepid voyagers.
They wanted a sense of peace and freedom.
My God, that thing's been destroyed.
But what they found
We better go aboard.
Help us.
was Nick and Eliza.
What happened out there? Tried to kill us. You're lucky to be alive, Nick. The scum of the Western world hangs around these fuel ports. Any good sailor knows that.
Sometimes the worst thing you can do is trust people.
Tell me you don't find Nick attractive.
You looking for something? You don't like me, do you?
Those two people are not the owners of the Raven.
How do you bleed?
This is ridiculous. I'd be real careful with that axe if I were you.
Oh, she was gonna throw us overboard and make us swim.
Nick's got a gun. We have to get off the boat. We saved your life.
See what happens when you trust people? The sentence will be death.
You're going to shoot me. Do it now.
She loves me.
She controls you.
You rich people, you just get all the chances.
It's justice.
And we're back. Hopefully you enjoyed that farty trailer. I'm sure there's probably farts in there. I don't know. He likes to put farts in things. We'll see.
Because I got farts in me.
He does have farts in him. All right. It looks like Mr. Newly Dead has his piece of paper in front of him. What does that mean?
So every time we watch a film, I will take notes. I will put them into my iPad and then print them out. And then at the end of the year, Mr. Newly Dead will collect all of them up into a nice little flip book that you can check out on our aforementioned website. 2023, 24, and 25 are all available currently. So you can go check out all the behind the scenes shenanigans that I put down on paper. This gives us a guideline as far as what to talk about, high points, low points, beats, etc. As well as, recommendations and things like that. So if you're like, well, I can't remember what he recommended for that movie, go check out the previous year's notes. Mrs. Newly Dead also has committed to take notes. Last year, she hit 100%. This year, she's at 100% again.
I switched over to my iPad again.
So they may be available next year. Don't know. But at this point, I'm going to show her what I drew because I usually draw at least one thing, as does she. And then we will get on with the show. So I only drew one thing.
Oh, just a little guy with like toofs. Like two toofs going...
Yeah, I didn't know what to draw, and I kind of was running out of room, so I'm like, I'll just do a guy who's going like that.
I drew a cat.
You do Skipper the cat. Oh, no.
It says, "Meouch, I'm dead."
Poor Skipper.
I also drew...
Skipper had a rough go. We're about to be boarded.
That's what Drew
Oh no, you drew Skipper again.
getting sucked into the blades, and
Poor
then
Skipper.
yet another cat drawing.
Wow, you just went Skipper crazy.
I told you. Your candor is to be admired,
And another skip. Wait, oh wait.
and another meow meow.
Your candor is to be admired.
Yeah, that's what her husband said to her after she told him she was there was some infidelity
Oh,
going on.
right.
Yes.
Side quest. I don't know what to call that. Side story.
Yeah.
Oh, you are. Oh my gosh, he just got a drink of water and
Your leg
my
is all
pants are
wet
getting
now.
Soaked. Oh, that's a horrible feeling, kids. It's like I'm adrift right now. Ooh, thanks,
right.
Bailey. This is Bailey, by the way. He's one of our 2 dogs. He's our little Shih Tzu that loves me for some reason.
He's old.
Um,
Needs a bath.
He does. Next time you see this, he will be nice and clean.
He
if
will be
sits
nice and
up here
clean.
again. So Adrift is from 1993, the year I graduated high school. That dates me, huh? Currently sitting at 5.6 out of 10 on the Internet Movie Database.
Why?
I should have written down how many people actually
Right.
reviewed it, but 'tis what it is. This is directed by Christian Dugray, who is known for Scanners 2, The New Order, which the entire franchise is sitting somewhere over here.
Shelfing.
Screamers, which is a film that we did the sequel to, that Mrs. Newley had watched the original with me, and then we watched the sequel, which I love the original with Peter Weller. But anyway, he also is known for The Art of War, the Wesley Snipes post-tax evasion or right around tax evasion film. Like it's like the last kind of big movie he had that I think hit theaters before he kind of lost popularity for a while. He's kind of made a little bit of a resurgence. Christian also did Scanners 3, The Takeover, which then it goes into the Scanner Cop phase of the franchise. So there's 2 more films under Scanner Cop, but he didn't do those. The Takeover. Oh, I know. That's what I just mentioned. Sorry. And The Assignment, which looked familiar. I can't remember now what that was, but anyway. This is written by 3 different folks. Let's see here. The first one is Graham Flashner, who is known for Class of Nukem High, the Troma classic. The Secretary from 1995, not the Maggie Gyllenhaal one, but
That's the one I remember.
prior to that. The Return of Axe Kelly. I don't know. And a bunch of TV. And this is also written by Ed Gurnon, who is known for this, and that's it. Nothing else. And finally, Tess Gertison, who is known for Island Zero. Apparently they like films about the water. They also wrote 105 episodes of Rizzolian Isles. Does your mom like that show?
No.
No? Okay. And 2 things that are currently in production that I'm not going to name because there's no posters for them. So this stars, I've got 4 people that this stars. Number 1, Kate Jackson, who Laura's like, I recognize her. And would you ever, if you are a kid of our age, you may know her from 88 episodes of Scarecrow and Mrs. King, the Bruce Boxleitner, Kate Jackson show. She was on 68 episodes of Charlie's Angels. Yep. And 71 episodes of Dark Shadows.
I watched that.
Which I know your parents just bought that box set.
Yes,
a
they like my
couple
mom
years ago.
loves Dark Shadows.
And that's a cool box set, by the way, if you're a DVD collector. And finally, 92 episodes of The Rookies, which I believe is the Nathan Fillion show. So lots and lots of TV for Miss Jackson. This also stars Kenneth Walsh, who has 245 acting credits, by the way, who was in Radio Days, which is a great film if you've never seen it. Crocodile Dundee 2. Yep, the second one. And I had to include Death Wish 5, The Face of Death, because I'm a huge Charles Bronson fan. And Death Wish 5 is the last in the Death Wish cycle. This also stars Bruce Greenwood, who you probably recognize because he's currently still acting. He was in Gerald's Game, the Mike Flanagan, Stephen King. Did Mike Flanagan do that? I think he did.
Yeah, I think so.
With Carla Gugino.
Yep.
And he was also in The Fall of the House of Usher, which
Yep.
is another Mike Flanagan. That's a show, though. Gerald's Game was a movie. He was in Dr. Sleep, which is another Mike Flanagan film. There apparently likes him. And he was in Kingsman: The Golden Circle, which is, gotta love the Kingsman franchise. And finally, we have Kelly Rowan, who was in 92 episodes of The OC. California.
Yep.
I watched some of that. She was in Hook, a movie that is much beloved that I don't understand why. She was in Candyman 3, Farewell to the Flesh. What?
I just like that name.
Farewell to the Flesh?
Yeah, it's funny.
I love the Candyman franchise.
Farewell to the Flash.
The Gate, which I tend to remember the sequel more than the original because I think the sequel is the one with the kid with braces and like somebody falls down and they fall apart into a bunch of little gate creatures. Assassins. And Three to Tango, which if I'm not mistaken is the Matthew Perry romantic comedy, one of them that he had briefly back in the 90s. Or early 2000s.
I know what you're talking about.
So at this point, my lovely wife turns to me and she says,
What'd you think?
yes, we have thoughts. And my youngest watched this with us, by the way, so we may pipe up with some of their thoughts as well. But one of the things that I noticed right away, as soon as the credits were rolling, is that this was edited by Patrick Lussier, who you may recognize the name. He directed Drive Angry, the Nicolas Cage movie, Dracula 2000, which we did another episode on previously,
Yep.
and the My Bloody Valentine remake, which is actually pretty darn good.
Pretty good.
So Patrick Lussier apparently got their start in editing TV movies. So I guess something good came from this. It starts out with some really weird, like slow-mo and edits of the two of the main characters. There's four main characters, but two of the main characters fighting with another couple on a boat during a storm and murdering them. And you're not sure who's good, who's bad. You just know there's bad stuff happening.
Yes.
My kid kept going stock sound effects, stock sound effects, stock sound effects. There's like, and like, all kinds of really, really blatant use of stock sound effects. As she said, our two primary characters find the two other characters in their boat adrift. Get it? They're adrift.
Yeah, they were.
And like she said, hey, come on board. And immediately you realize that they're a weird couple. They act weird. They hate cats. They have lots of weird, like,
She hates cats.
hang-ups. Yeah, she tries to punch the cat?
She punched the cat to begin with. Like so she's sick, like they find them and then they're not just like, oh, they're on a boat. Like
Right.
she's like near death, like her lips are all dry and cracky and gross looking. And like they kind of nurse these people back to health. So she's like, I'm going to give you some penicillin. She's like, no, I'm allergic. And then like the cat jumps on the bed and she just immediately just punches the cat off the bed. I'm like, whoa, what?
Meow.
Yeah, Skipper. Is the cat's
What's
name?
the
Is it
kitty?
Tabby?
Poor
Yeah.
Skipper. R.I.P. Skipper.
Yeah.
And the guy, like, at one point is in the bathroom and they, like, shut the door and he starts freaking out because it says he's claustrophobic. So right away you're like, why is she afraid of cats? Why is she allergic to penicillin? Which, a lot of people are. Why is she acting weird? Why is he afraid of this and that? They all have these really weird hang-ups.
Yeah.
So you realize right away that there's a problem.
She like even said this. She's like, I'll whisper until I scream or something like that. And like she'll be like, just talking softly like most of the time. And then she gets like super pissed and then she'll just like scream at the top of her lungs at people. I'm like, what is happening? Why is that happening?
Which it felt very much like a 90s TV movie.
Yeah.
But to their credit, and this is not worth 5.6 out of 10, but to their credit, Kelly Rowan, who's the person she's referring to that was screaming and acting weird, did a good job of acting
I said
crazy.
acting top notch.
Yeah. Her and Bruce Greenwood is generally
They were nutsos.
is good. They were kind of did the best with what they had. And I felt like Kate Jackson, who is a very seasoned actress. Like she said, everybody in this movie was doing the best with what they had.
Yeah, they weren't like phoning it in. They were
No.
really trying their best. It was a weird story. It was yeah, you quickly find out like, she's got a wedding ring on, so you're assuming that they're married to each other, but then they act like they're siblings and like they're really strange and odd, and then you find out that they were like foster
Yeah.
people together and like he got locked in the closet a lot.
Hence
Turns
the
out she was the one that was
claustrophobia.
locking him in the closet a lot of times. Yeah, psycho, crazy, weird. needless to say, they're the bad guys. Spoiler
Right.
alert from 1993.
But Kate
Yeah.
Jackson and Kenneth Walsh aren't exactly.
No,
You know.
yeah, she comes out and says
She's a judge. She's a lawyer.
yeah, and that she was cheating on him or whatever.
With somebody else in her law firm.
Yeah,
Uh,
they end up finding the cat. So why he said R.I.P. to the cat, like, you know, so like there's something that's stuck in the propeller underneath the boat, and so he like dives down, and I'm like, this is like one of the tense parts of the movie too, because like the one guy, Bruce Greenwood's character is like, I don't know how to sail, but I know how to use like speedboats and stuff like that. And so he knows how to turn engines on and stuff.
Right.
Well, the guy is like, you know, it's stuck. So he says, the logic tells me that I should put it in reverse. It'll like pull the thing out. And then he's like, and then you cut the, you know, power to it. And so I can pull the thing out. So he does that. But then like he turns the thing back on while he's like trying to pull the thing off.
Of course.
And freaks out. So then he comes up because he can't breathe or whatever. And so she's like, well, you know, don't hit the throttle. I'll go down and I'll do it. So she like goes down there and she's like pulling and pulling and pulling, and then the cat's head comes out. So of the inside of the propeller things. And I'm just like, why?
Not quite like Jaws, but
Why?
Okay.
Why did you have to kill the cat like that? Like just punching it was like brutal enough, but then you have to freaking cut the damn cat's head off, which made me.
and I'm assuming it's a plot device, because you can't have a cat involved with this whole storyline, but also gives them reason to be sus of everything that's going on. Because he's like, well, it could happen, and they had a long lead on it. It could have got caught up in the propeller. Yeah, a lot of those things could have happened, and the head could have gotten to. It seemed
Crazy.
They also had commercial breaks in this because it was a made-for-TV, which I don't understand why when they do that, when they put them on DVD and stuff, they don't get rid of the commercial break spots. There's no commercials, but it goes black for a second. I don't know.
Yeah.
Just cut out that 5 seconds. This is the second Bodhi horror movie that we've done. We also did Mary from 2019 with Gary Oldman. I just had to mention that. At one point, one of the characters starts vomiting, and it's quite possibly the most like fake vomit sounding I've ever heard from anybody.
Mm-hmm.
And with all the stock sound effects, you couldn't just throw a stock sound effect or something. I don't know. And then there's some weird music cues as the story carries on, and I referred to them as the Seinfeld Kramer dance. It was like, but it was like that bit where Kramer's dating Elaine's or coworker or whatever, and he's like all oiled up, and he's doing like this like tribal dance, and he's like all sweaty, and he's acting weird, and there's like drums, and it's like boom, boom, boom. It's like it sounded like that to me, and every time I heard it, I just imagined Kramer dancing in the background.
It was weird.
At one point, I was like, "Are they just bad people? Are they possessed? Was it the bad clams? Are they just
They're just a-holes. That's why I said, I was like, I just really want to punch these buttholes in the mouth.
Yeah, and as it goes on, you realize that they're just little
Buttholes.
psychotic.
Psycho buttholes.
There's a pseudo hobbling scene, a la Kathy Bates, although she did it.
That was the
better.
effects. I said, wow, that's some crappy effects.
Yeah, because they hit him with the hammer, and then
He took
immediately
like this little like judge's hammer that he had.
Right.
Why would you have that
On your
judge
boat.
gavel on your
And
whatever?
why was it loose?
It was weird. Yeah. And like he goes and he's like, hits him in the leg, and it immediately like a blood stain shows up. So it's just like
Yeah, like it didn't like slowly like seep out and like
No.
spread. It just he hit him with the gavel, and you look down, and it's just automatically just there,
blood
like perfectly.
blood stain. Yeah. And I'm like, he didn't hit him that hard. He would have had a bruise.
Yeah, it
But
wouldn't
he
have
wouldn't
bled.
have bloodied his legs, and like now he's bleeding everywhere. It was just like one hit with a mallet, basically. It
Because
was just
there's
silly.
this award that says like best judge something or whatever, and if you have an award, typically whatever's on there is not like loose; it's all connected in one piece.
Why
For
would
some
you have it
reason,
on
the
your
gavel
boat?
was loose, and why would you? Right,
I just need to be, validated at all times.
at all times that I'm a good judge of character. I wrote at one point, are they actually still adrift? I said mentally or physically?
Ooh.
Maybe.
Deep.
I wrote Eliza that's Kelly Rowan's character. I said she's a jerk, she's a gaslighter, and the way she ends up getting her just desserts was telegraphed way early on. We actually mentioned how she would die just in passing, because it's just this like throwaway bit that you're like, okay, that's how she's gonna die.
Yeah.
The only person we didn't know how they were going to get their just desserts was Bruce Greenwood's character. I
Yeah.
don't think. Needless to say, as we've kind of alluded to here, they both get their just desserts, and the two main characters, after a lot of trial and tribulations, end up,
Being okay.
finding an island and surviving and coming back
just
together.
an island. They were at Hawaii.
Oh, was it Hawaii? Yeah, 'cause she had put a magnet on the
Magnet.
compass to make it look like they were going a different direction. And she was telling them because they were both
freaked
seasoned
out. Yeah.
sailors.
Yeah.
I thought the boom was going to knock both of them in, and that's why they were going to get rid of them, but
Yeah.
didn't happen.
It was yeah.
I
I did say it was kind of a snooze fest.
Yeah, and
It went on a little bit too long.
when the credits started to roll, it just kind of just credits. It
Yeah.
was like there wasn't like any. I don't know.
Yeah.
It was a TV movie. It was of its time, and it felt like that, and it probably was a movie of the week, and it's better than some TV movies I've seen, but definitely not great.
Yeah.
So
So, do you have final thoughts?
yeah, I guess so. I said that was so damn 90s. Urkel.
I said, these psychos are horrible. If you hate watching psychos, this film's for you.
Hate watching. My kid thinks that we hate watch stuff, I think, sometimes.
Mhm.
They know we don't, but they're always like, you're watching bad movies all the time. And we're like, well,
Yeah.
you know.
You like watching bad movies. I was like, no, we like watching movies. We always hope that they're going to be good.
Yeah, and sometimes they are. We've been surprised with some of the stuff we've seen, and we do this so that we can talk to you about it, and you can just go watch for yourself, or it's just entertaining to learn about it, talk about it, and
Mm-hmm.
share stuff. So anyway,
So if you had to repurchase this, how much would you pay for it out of $5 or less?
I mean, if it was on a 20 disc set or by itself, I ended up at a big fat nothing.
Me too.
I wouldn't pay a
I would
darn
not.
thing.
Mm-mm. Nope.
I mean, again, acting job, top notch with what you had, but
Yeah. All right.
it's a shame.
So if they don't want to watch this movie, what do you recommend instead?
Well, obviously, the easy answer is Mary from 2019, but that was more of a ghost story, and we didn't care for that one very much either. So it was okay. It was better than this, but it wasn't great. So I ended up with kind of taking a left turn with a different boat movie. Renee Cardona Jr., Renee Cardona, was it Jr. or the third? I think it was Jr. From 1978, The Bermuda Triangle, which is up there, about a ship full of people that gets stranded and in the Bermuda Triangle, and they are trying to figure out how they're going to get out, but they don't have any way to get back to civilization, and they ultimately resort to cannibalism, and things get kind of messy. It's not like gross. It's not like overtly disgusting or anything. It's just kind of an adventure film, but similar like this. A lot of dynamics, personal dynamics and stuff. It's fun watch.
Good.
No psychos though that I remember.
No.
It's been a while since I've seen it.
Well, I can't blow this up, so I'm not going to blow it
No,
up.
we've only watched 2 movies on
Yeah.
there so far, I think. Maybe? Question mark?
Question mark. So what are we going to watch next week?
This is another Toad Hall find, believe it or not. And I
Whoa.
remember this one for sure, that it's Toad Hall. From 1983, we have...
Wow. You're the hunter from the future. Whoa.
I'm so excited for this one.
I can tell.
I'm so excited.
This looks like a Joel movie.
It is
Oh my God. What is happening on this cover?
It is a classic of B-movie.
Wow.
It's a hot mess of a bunch of different stuff. So get ready, kids.
It
This
looks
one's
like
gonna
a
be fun.
Hercules-y kind of guy.
But
like
is it?
Yeah, like it looks like, oh my God.
But
like
is it?
caveman-ish.
I was
but
so
then
excited when I found this at Toad Hall.
but like
I was so excited.
what is behind him? It looks like he's like on the ocean and there's like a weird thing underneath them, and then there's like spacecrafts in the sky. Okay, let's read. Oh, I was right. Prehistoric times.
You'll see the trailer or the poster and you'll be able to see what she's seeing. But anyway.
Okay. On the top it says he's from a future world trapped in a prehistoric time searching for his past. Okay. It is before the dawn of time. Strange, savage beasts roam the earth, foraging for human flesh. Fierce tribesmen prey on the weak and the innocent. Mystic sacrifices appease the gods. Yor is the mightiest warrior of his era, but his own past and true identity are shrouded in the mists of time. His only clue is a golden medallion around his neck, which leads him to a beautiful priestess held prisoner in a forbidden city. Armed to the teeth, Yor sets off on a quest, ready to blast away all manner of terrifying creatures along the way. Wow. It's like Beastmaster, He-Man, alien fighting, and like I said, I can tell there's like
Flash
some
Gordon thrown in.
creatures or something down below. Yeah, that's like a Joel movie. This is like a weird movies with Mark kind of thing. For sure.
Yep. It
Yeah.
is a well-known, well-loved movie that a lot of people out there are like, oh man, Yor.
Really?
Heck yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay.
It's
All
a
right.
thing.
I'm excited.
It's
You've
a-
never seen it.
Nope.
Okay.
I've wanted to see it for years, and when I saw it, I'm like, yoink! And then it's been sitting in the thing for like 2 years now,
Wow.
patiently waiting.
Wow. He's got some patience, that's for sure. All right. Well, that is the end of this show. Thank you very much for watching, and until next week.
Keep it cheap and creepy, and please don't hurt the kitties.
No. Bye.
Doesn't mean you should go chasing the dead.
It may be your robot, but it's my house.
I'm gonna get a close look at these sharks.
Sounds dangerous.
Well, I'll be careful.
Get going. Thanks a lot, Julian. Thanks a lot. Gary Laser Eyes is infested. Come on, Gary.